Well, we get down to the business at hand right at the start of Face to Face, a new Australian film from returned expat Michael Rabiah, who's been working in America for almost a decade. It mostly takes place in one room where a group of people gather for conflict resolution. Leading the discussion is Jack, Matthew Newton, who's trying to resolve the issue of Wayne, Luke Ford, having deliberately smashed his car into the Jaguar owned by his former boss Greg, Vince Colosimo. The provocation was Wayne being fired by Greg, and even though he isn't the smartest bloke in the room, it seems there was more to this incident than it first appears.
Well, I was the only one stupid enough to still be around when Wayne found out the others had set him up.
I made a total fool of him.
It's just a bloody joke, hon.
Some joke?
It's a joke that had been going on for quite some time, yeah?
For Christ's sake, everyone takes a piss out of everyone all the time. Okay? It's the only way we get through the bloody day. Chief, you tried erecting scaffolding 10 hours a day, 6 days a week.
We rib each other all the time.
You get some shit, you dish it back.
It's just a joke.
Big joke.
Also present are Greg's wife Claire, Sigrid Thornton, his foreman Richard, Chris Connolly, one of his workers Hakim, Robert Rabiah, his sexy secretary Julie, Laura Gordon, and his bookkeeper Therese, Ra Chapman. Supporting Wayne is his mum Maureen, Lauren Clare, and his mate Barry, Josh Sachs. Things get a bit heated at times. There were no credits at the beginning of Face to Face, and I knew nothing about it except that Michael Rabiah had directed it, but I wasn't surprised when I saw it had been adapted from a David Williamson play. He writes characters so well, and Rabiah's adaptation is terrific. It brings in so many issues: peer group influence, the economic difference between bosses and staff, the temptations of the workplace, the hierarchy of the workplace, and ultimately the protection of the most vulnerable in our society. But apart from an excess of hugging, which Hakim objects to too, this is a really riveting piece of drama which barely tests the talents of Michael Rabiah as director, but my goodness, he does a good job here and his cast triumph. You expect solid performances from Vince Colosimo and Sigrid Thornton, but really impressive were Matthew Newton, Robert Rabiah and especially Luke Ford. David.
Terrific performances. I mean, I thought at first, I must say, that Matthew Newton was rather curious casting, playing this mediator role, but he's terrific. He just shows what a good actor he can be.
No, he's always been
And
good.
Luke Ford, very, very good too. Look, it's a very interesting play. It reminded me of 12 Angry Men, in that it sets up a situation at the beginning and you think it's obvious that the Luke Ford character is a bad guy, he's done bad things, and then gradually through these discussions other things are revealed so that you realise that things aren't quite the way they thought they were. So you have an impeccable cast of actors, you've got some very good writing, some perceptive things. I just wish that the film hadn't been shot in that sort of shaky cam that I hate so much. I can't see that it does anything dramatically for the film. I don't think it adds anything. It calls attention to the camera work, which it shouldn't do. You should be able to concentrate in a film like this on the actors and on the dialogue.
That's what I did, and I absolutely was focused on the characters and the drama. I didn't see this play. This is a really weird thing that I didn't see this play. But I think it's one of Williamson's best. And, you know, to me, that just overwhelmed everything. I thought it was very suitably directed.
I think it should have, but as I say, for me, the camera work got in the way, called attention to itself, which I don't think does the thing any service. But, as you say, I mean, it's a good drama and a wonderful cast.
Well, I'm giving this 4 stars. I was really, really impressed.
I'm giving it 3.5.
You know what? It is a bloody tragedy that Wayne has to go. A tragedy. No, he does twice the work that you guys would do.
Yeah, and I'll work even harder for you, Mr. Baldoni. I promise. No, I'll pay off your car. I'll work it off. I don't know where you get this figure of $2 an hour, mate.
Mate, we're $2 an hour lower than anyone else in the industry, okay, mate? And you told us we should take it.
Mate, if you don't want to work here, just go.
Don't you want to know how your workforce feels, Greg?
Jack, listen, man, he'll sack me for sure for speaking out, but I just don't give a shit. I came here today to speak my mind, right? And I'm bloody gonna. Why, no one wants to say anything? Jules? Therese?
Face to Face opens in limited release tomorrow.